friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library. And Alderon and I are here today to talk to you about a couple books that we think are just absolutely wonderful. And we can't wait to share them with you. And both of these books, although they are very different, they are also very similar in that they are both books about books. Now, you know how much I love that. I love reading books that are about books. I'm such a sucker for that. And these two books are no exception, despite being very different. And despite even the fact of one is fiction and one is nonfiction, I think that there is something to enjoy from both of them. I'm really hyped to talk to you about these books today, and hopefully you will be really hyped to read them. So the first one I want to talk about is the fiction book, which is called Welcome to the Hyunam Bookshop. And this is by Hwang Reum. Welcome to the Hyunam Bookshop. I love the coziness of this cover. I think it's really pretty and sweet. So this is actually a translated book. It was translated from Korea. And it is a story about a woman who completely changes and upends her whole life to start anew. So basically, the main character in this book has this really highly successful, fast-paced job. She did everything she was supposed to do. She got this job. She went to college. She got married. You know, she followed the traditional successful path that everybody says that you're supposed to follow. But she was really unhappy, and she knew something wasn't right, so she leaves it all behind, gives it all up to leave and to open up her own bookstore. Wow, that takes a lot of bravery, right? I mean, I can't even imagine starting over and creating this whole new store out of nothing and having no experience with it, but it's a dream that she's always had. She's always loved books, and she wants to start this and follow her dream. So Yeongju, that's her name, begins this journey, and we follow her in this journey and just root for her, and it's just such a feel-good story. It feels very much like a slice of life story. It's very cozy. You know, we follow Yeongju as the bookstore is already open, but we follow her as she begins to build it and grow her customer base and also grow as a person. Because when she first starts out, she's very, confused, and she's upset, and she doesn't know if she made the wrong decision. And as we progress farther and farther into the story, we find that what a beautiful decision it was that she made, and how much joy she brings to so many different people. So when I started this, I thought this book was solely going to be about Yeongju and her journey. And while predominantly it is, it's also about the community too, because she hires a coffee barista to serve coffee and tea and things like that in her store, and it's about his life as well. It's about the various customers that come in, all the different people that she encounters, and the way that the bookstore has changed them and helped them. But it is also about her too. It's about how she starts these different book clubs. It's about how she starts a writing class, how she works in terms of like reader's advisory, like how she recommends things to other people. So yeah, this is not like an exciting, thrill ride, edge of your seat sort of book, but it's definitely a cozy, feels like a nice, big, warm blanket on a chilly day sort of book. And you just feel really good about it the whole time. You're rooting for her, like I said, and you just want her to be successful. And overall, I would say that this book predominantly is about how important stories are, and how a fixture like a bookstore or a library can be so essential to a community. So if you love books, if you love stories, if you love, slice of life bits about how important books and stories can be, I think that you will really, really enjoy this book. It's phenomenal. Welcome to the Hyunam Bookshop. So that's the fiction book about books that I wanted to talk about, but now I want to talk about a nonfiction book. And this book is called Once Upon a Tome, and it's by Oliver Darkshire. And the subtitle is The Misadventures of a Rare Bookseller. So it's a funny title, right? And I didn't expect it to be as hilarious as this is. So this book is a memoir, and it's basically about this bookseller named Oliver and how he fell into the rare book industry, which basically started as him just needing a job. He got done university, he needed a job, and he sort of stumbled into this, and how it became a career. And oh my gosh, I laughed so hard reading this book. I can't even tell you. Nonfiction books are not usually books that cause me to laugh a whole lot, but this one, I loved how funny it was. He's got a wonderful tone. The writer, he's got a great sense of humor. He makes you feel like you are on this crazy, zany journey with him, and it's just fantastic. From the different customers that he deals with, to the shenanigans that take place in the store itself, to the various zany coworkers he has. There are all kinds of different stories in this book. And, you know, if you love books and you're surrounded by books all the time, like me as a librarian, you will absolutely adore this book. Even if you're not, though, even if you're not a bookseller or a librarian and you're just somebody who loves books and stories, you will adore this book because, like I said, it is so, so, so funny. I laughed out loud so much while reading it, and I just want to recommend it to everybody. If you love books, if you have even just the slightest interest in what it's like working in the rare books industry or anything like that, give this one a shot. Once Upon a Tome. Well, that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope that these books sound really fun and awesome and that there's something you want to check out. And if so, please feel free to come and check them out from Farmington Community Library. And also, thank you so very much for watching, friends. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.